Okay, good morning, children. I just finished this one chapter, the second chapter, so that it is easier for you. That is our environmental problems. So, as you know, environment you've already studied sum total of all the forces, material, and influences around us at a given point of time and place. So, before people were there, life continued for long, but people, human activities, and human beings were very eco friendly, and the population also was very less, so it did not cause that much of harm. But as population increased and people started it started affecting the environment, there was imbalance and resulted in deterioration of everything around us, that is air, water, especially air, water, and land. So that is why you study in this chapter our environmental problem. What are the major causes of ecosystem destruction? So what is the major cause? Is ecosystem transformation or destruction mainly occurs due to its land cover. See, land cover got to be, if it is changing, then there is destruction in the ecosystem. So this can be like natural, that can land cover destruction by natural forces like which you don't have any control, like wind, water, flood, rain, and it can be man induced, which you are the only person who was doing it. So usually most of the destructions of the landscape are and the ecosystem are man-made. And what are they? And how are means these destruction causing, what harm they are causing? That's what you need to learn or understand. That is population growth, urbanization, industrialization, transportation, mining, war, construction of dams. Okay, so every man-made is causing lot of disturbance, destruction, not only in the land cover, in the landscape, in the environment. And so you are going to study how, why reasons, and you will try, and as you grow up you will try and apply and try and save the world. Population growth, the first one, as the human being is getting, means area is getting same and the population is increasing, so the increased demand of for food, for water, for shelter, for everything will happen. And so the resources will be are limited, but they are people using it for unlimited things. So that is how population is the most thing, that is, if means if you don't control the population, it will be affecting adversely, everything will be getting destroyed and deleted, or will not be of the same nature. So this shelter, this staying, means needing food, everything, staying will have more of urbanization, more of transportation, demand for food will use of chemical fertilizer, soil degradation, and all this water is a primary requirement of each and every individual. So what will happen to water resources will be down, and there will be, all the water table will be affected. Water, so many industries, they have to feed the population, everything will be affected. So population is one of the highest thing that one must think according to the destruction of the nature or the environment. Then is coming in urbanization. What is urbanization? People are not getting enough of work in the rural places, and so they want to work in search of better living, better condition, better jobs, better food, better accommodation, everything, they come towards the cities. And this is increasing the concentration and population of the cities and will result in urbanization. So what is the first reason for urbanization? Is migration of people. What will that do? That will increase the demand of food and resources, and generation of lot of waste will be there. So what that will cause? Pollution. What are sprawls? They are created in the means, like you going from village people are going to the urban places are very high living cost, so they stay near the areas along the highways from the village towards the city. So that is called sprawls are developing everywhere, and they have poor sanitation, health problem will be affecting, lot of diseases will spread, demand for jobs and for in the cities will increase, and that is not happening according to the required population. So crime rate will increase, unemployment, poverty, illiteracy, everything will be increasing. This is urbanization. Then if people are staying, then they will be requiring industries for their own requirements, like the tanneries, the textile, paper, pulp, metal plating. So what is this industry will do? That will be requiring, but what it will do, it will end up degradation of soil, forest, air, water, biodiversity, everything. There will be a loss of the habitat. Again, pollution, when the habitat will be reducing, pollution will be caused, and water bodies, even they percolate in the underground sources. Air pollution will also cause carbon dioxide, lot of industrialization, smoke and all, and causing lot of acid rain, carbon dioxide, global warming. A threat to the possibility of accidents will also be there. You have already heard the Bhopal tragedy and the Chernobyl disasters and the Minamata diseases and all. Disease will spread because there's lot of waste from the industries which is directly put into the water bodies, and so waste will also cause certain level of degradation in the health of the human being or the living organism. So these are all effects of industrialization. Then it's transportation. Increase in population again will result in a lot of means of transport. They when the transports are there, they are not using the renewable fuel, they are using the non-renewable fuel, the fossil fuel usually, which are causing lot of air pollution. So there will be gases released that are carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur, nitrogen and hydrocarbons, which are causing, one is acid rain, two is global warming, third is smog. So all these are causing a health problem. And also there will be depletion in the fossil fuels, because the depletion will happen if the number of vehicles are continuously increasing. So next they take a lot of time to form, and we are using it very fast. So what will happen? The next generation might not have the fossil fuel left for them. So diseases like asthma, bronchitis, eye irritation, allergies, redness of eyes, headache, vomiting, nausea, all this is kind of things which are increasing day by day. And this is how leading to, even because of this better transportation, we have to make the highways, the railroads have to connectivity, lot of transportation got to be, lot of the areas got to be connected to each other, and so all the clearing of the forest and the agricultural land is also happening. So this is about transportation. Then you have mining. Mining is also done because industries will require a lot of ores and minerals, and these and actually the economic status of the country will also increase or decrease according to the availability of the mineral resources. So that is how we are trying to clear everything, and there is lot of chemicals and processings which are done for doing mining, and they are all, most of them are underneath the land. So coal, bauxite, iron ore, manganese, diamond, gold, so many things are just present. So if we want to take it out, we have to take out. Then there will be lot of explosions, lot of chemicals, lot of destructions. The whole beauty of that area, the aesthetic beauty of that area will get spoiled, and lot of chemicals also will be left as waste. A lot of dump waste will be left over, and they'll just get mixed up with the water and the water bodies and the rivers and the lakes and all, and again they will start getting into the food chain, and they'll be affecting, they are very harmful because they are all you cannot segregate them, so they're getting ecologically, they will be destroying everything over there, all the living and the non-living entities of that particular area. Then come war. War is again, everyone wants to keep the land, they exceed or take care of their land. So surround, this is very important now. They have to prepare for war, keep preparing for war. They have to develop an army, a military base, which requires large areas. Again they require lot of testing of missiles and weapons and different kind of means chemicals that are used for the destruction of the others. That is all again, they need training, exercise, testing, storage. All that is taking a loss of life and property as such. Now when there is a war, then there will be a migration of people from towards a safer area. Now they'll be called as refugees, and this war is actually, already the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, how the bombarding has affected the whole world, and till now the people are suffering with these residues of leftover residues. And so the destruction of property and life is war. So people should not means, because they not only destroy the environment, the life, the property, they take everything, you can imagine only. So we just can hope that all the wars will never happen, and even if they start, they end fast, because the more they prolong, the more destruction they cause. The more people go against, and more people are becoming refugees to move off. The area itself is becoming, the whole landscape will change, the whole area will get polluted. Sometimes it's affecting the genetic composition of all the living organisms present over there. So very difficult. Next is construction of dams. These also are needed for, we're trying to move from non-renewable towards renewable. So tidal energy, water and hydro energy, all this we want to use for generating more of electricity. And so dams got to be constructed. We want water also to be under our control, the movement of water, which is always not easier. So recharge of water, generation of drinking water, irrigation, giving water to the places where people are not getting, for household purpose, for agriculture purpose, for other small, water is an essential requirement. So that is why. But then, these dams are not always helpful, not always good only, or not always having good effect, even though their development takes a lot of cost, and people have to be moved from there. Even the wherever it is constructed, it is extinction of many species of birds and animals and fishes are taking place. So all this is affecting dams. Fishing industry, they suffer. Navigable rivers, they become unnavigable due to increase and decrease of the water level. So if people have to migrate and they suffer lot. Cost construction of dam is also very very high, and so there was Narmada Bachao Andolan, building of Sardar Sarovar Dam on Narmada. So they did not want. The Silent Valley movement was also there. So this is, you have to remember, the Western Ghat of India's all this, wherever they are constructed and why they are constructed on Kunti Punch River. So this Silent Valley and all this, people are nowadays trying that the construction of dams should be slightly stopped, or where it is means where it is helping a lot of people, only then it should be constructed. Otherwise it can be done in small ways, in some other ways. That is how it is. And then next is forest. Also forest is high density of trees. It's a natural resource, and we're taking wood as or timber as the source, but it is having a large upper canopy, which is big trees, and then it is having shrubs, which is medium trees, and then it is having herbs, and the layer of soil is quite protected, and soil erosion is not going to happen, because these forests are natural sink of carbon dioxide. They are the only natural resource where they absorb lot of carbon dioxide, and they utilize this carbon dioxide in producing good things for us, and that is why they have, they also help in regulating the climate, the water cycle, the rainfall, control the flood, and also that way they recharge the groundwater will be good. They'll have good source of groundwater, and all type of food resources, all type of so many medicines you get, gum, resin, latex, paper pulp, all these industries are all prospering because of the forests. And there's a lot of biodiversity, which is again very good for the ecosystem, for the environment, and it is home for a lot some tribes also, because they are staying in a very harmonious way with the forest. So this is a natural ecosystem which supports number of flora and fauna. So forest is a naturally self-sustaining community, having a vertical shape of creating different kind of trees and their habitats, and that is how they are protecting the whole environment and modifying the water cycle, climate, rainfall, controlling the recharge water, soil erosion, giving so much to us. So forests are very very important, and you should remember what are the importance, and the most and very important is their only source of to reduce this global warming, the heat that really the carbon dioxide of the air, the balance of carbon dioxide, the percentage of carbon dioxide present in the air, that got to be released, that got to be proportionate, that got to be reduced, that got to be in remaining in the in the range of 0.03%. So that where how it will come, because we are all animals and we are all giving out carbon dioxide. All our means, ways, industrialization, population, transportation, urbanization, communication, everything that we are doing is giving out carbon dioxide. So who is the carbon? The only way we can have good absorption of carbon dioxide is forests, and so we should look after them. What are the causes? Why are they getting destroyed, and destruction is there? Now first is how are they getting destroyed is by deforestation. Human activity is only doing that, and rising of the demands of the forest as a result of people want to stay, as the population is growing, as urbanization is happening, as industrialization, as transportation and communication. You have to make the roads, you have to make the railways, you have to make houses for people to stay, you have to meet their demands of the population. So So what will happen? Deforestation will only happen because everything that we are doing is dependent upon plant, and we need them very badly. Timber and every all this is just an extension of population, that we are destroying the forest, and we want to convert them into agricultural lands, and so that we can have food. And the we are not even doing the agricultural practice properly, and so that shifting agriculture, slash and burn agriculture, all this should be stopped. And but we are not able to. We keep moving and burning the forest and staying doing agriculture for our own benefit. So these are only causing the disasters like flood, drought, cyclone, volcanoes, and so much of heat, and so much of global warming. And I don't know where it will take us after this century, because 1 degree rise will make the earth flood with water, and there'll be whole destruction. Let's see. But please try and each one plant one every year, plant one every month, plant one. This got to be the motto, and we should try and look after plants and the forest. And that is when we learn how to save the forest. How will we save the forest? Is first is we need to stop deforestation, and there will be there'll be some penalties on doing destruction or cutting of the trees. So this is one way of stopping deforestation. People should be aware. This is what we're trying to make you aware, that this is why we should stop deforestation. And we need to plant more and more trees. The trees will take 10 to 15 years to become little big. So you need to give them that time. They are natural resources, but the resources do take time to build up. So government, cities, wherever you get land, little bit of land, you try and plant more of trees. So less of wood, less of construction of furnitures which are using normal wood or timber. Fuel wood should be reduced. Like you have other ways of renewable ways of using. Paper use should be reduced. Alternative wood should be used for the fuel, and for fuel, for wood, for furniture, for construction, all this. Like you have the biogas, you have the solar cookers, you have the other ways of producing fuel. Also you have other ways of like rubber wood and all are there. New sources, plywood and other things are there, which is using less of paper, less of wood. So you can use the timber can be alternative sources of wood should be used. And stop shifting kind of agriculture should be stopped or minimized. Use of people should scientists need to find out ways of better agriculture method, organic farming and all. Chemicals should be reduced. All cities infrastructure development and industries should be minimized, and forest fires should be reduced. And whenever you're going to enjoy those places, you should not let those destruct or destroy, leaving a matchbox or a cigarette case or something which can cause forest fires, because they are uncontrolled and should be prevented. And organizations like Nature Foster, Green Forest Conservation, Green Heart, Nature Clubs, all of them are working towards betterment of and looking after these forests. And Forest Survey of India in 1981, management of environment and preservation of implementation of social forestry projects all been done. People are trying, but many people have to work together. It is not the work of the government alone. It is not the work of the social workers alone to look after the forest, to look after the landscape, to look after the dam, to look after the environment. It is the work of each and every individual to see that no destruction is done. But many times we are helpless, but we should try and voice ourselves in protecting and preserving the landscape of um, our surrounding or our environment, and make it better and better. So for that, Van Mahotsav, which was long done, first initiated by K.M. Munshi, the Union Minister for Food and Agriculture, in the year 1950. And he initiated that people should celebrate and plant trees in school, in office, in colleges, in homes, in hospitals, in government offices, in banks, everywhere. Wherever you see people, they should plant trees, which is a noble program, and free distribution of sapling will encourage people to do this, and in that way we are trying to save the environment. Chipko movement, this is a movement of hugging the trees towards northern Himalayan region of Uttar Pradesh, that is Uttarakhand and all. This movement was started at 260 years back in 18th century in Rajasthan by a community, large group, 84 villages. They came together by a lady called Amrita Devi, who she took the initiative, and where the Raja Maharaja that time of Jodhpur was trying to the tree, he ordered to fell the trees, and so this lady had tried to prevent the cutting of trees and save the trees. So this is Vishnoi village, Gaura Devi, Chandi Prasad, Sundarlal Bahuguna. They were the prominent activists. They worked after this. And in 1987, they were given the Right Livelihood Award. And 1980, 15 years ban on green felling of the Himalayan forest. So no one can cut the trees or from there. And the same way, Epico movement also started in southern India, that is Karnataka and all. And this, because of the same problems, which the 81% of the forests were there, which is means the government was trying to do development program, and so it was affecting the three things: paper, plywood, and power. This, which intended the development of local people, resulted in the fourth P, that is, which was poverty. And so this Epico movement started in the West to save the Western Ghat by spreading the means roots all over India. In the southern one, objective was three classified, means they were telling to save, to grow, and to rationally use the forest. So save is Ubsu, Belesu, and Balasu. Ubsu, Belesu, and Balasu, and forest product, and reduce the pressure on the forest resources. All this gotta be done so that the forest can be left. So a lot of trees were taken off because of the result of paper, plywood, and power, because that is how people were cutting out the trees. And this, that is intended to be the development, but resulted in the fourth V, which is the poverty, because later on poverty is happening. So this is how you will, I have tried to cover up the whole thing, And please, you need to write, find out the answers. If understood everything, I think so, hear it 2-3 times. If you don't understand, I can send you the write-up where I have written all the thing of the gist of the whole summary of the whole chapter, and you will write the short note, short answers for all these short answers nicely written in your copies. If you don't understand something still, you can ask me in the class. So thank you very much. If you have any problem, you can always ask. Okay, thank you, children.